everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to the witness. So last time we saw the ending and the secret ending, and looking at the secret ending puts you right here when you launch the program again. So, in theory, what you can extrapolate from that is that the 2 plus, to get at least one of the plus 1 solutions here, you would have to start the game from the beginning and make sure you get that secret ending. There doesn't seem, when we load back into the game we are going to play, to be a way. It just doesn't connect. Unless there's some, some, something or other. We can run here. Uh, let's go ahead and solve this puzzle for this other doorway. So what's left to do with this game is to find all the obelisk puzzles, find the obelisks, try to stay close to the path of the obelisks. Let's see. We don't want to... We don't want to wander around too much and say, well, is this a circle with a line? Is this a circle with a line? If we can't find the solution, we should use the obelisk to point it to us. Otherwise, we're going to take forever. It would just be a ridiculously long amount of time to do something like that. Yeah, there's a audio thing.
I am standing on the threshold about to enter a room. It is a complicated business. In the first place, I must shove against an atmosphere pressing with a force of 14 pounds on every square inch of my body. I must make sure of landing on a plank, traveling at 20 miles a second around the sun. A fraction of a second too early or too late, the plank would be miles away. I must do this whilst hanging from a round planet head outward into space and with a wind of ether blowing at no one knows how many miles a second through every interstice of my body. The plank has no solidity of substance. To step on it is like stepping on a swarm of flies. Shall I not slip through? No. If I make the venture, one of the flies hits me and gives me a boost up again. I fall again and am knocked upwards by another fly, and so on. I may hope that the net result will be that I remain about steady, but if, unfortunately, I should slip through the floor or be boosted too violently up to the ceiling, the occurrence would be not a violation of the laws of nature, but a rare coincidence. These are some of the minor difficulties. I ought really to look at the problem four-dimensionally as concerning the intersection of my world line with that of the plank. Then again, it is necessary to determine in which direction the entropy of the world is increasing in order to make sure that my passage over the threshold is an entrance, not an exit. Verily, it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a scientific man to pass through a door. And whether the door be barn door or church door, it might be wiser that he should consent to be an ordinary man and walk in, rather than wait till all the difficulties involved in a really scientific ingress are resolved. Arthur Eddington, 1927.
So there we found another secret. So finding the secret ending, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, didn't unlock the second achievement. And I've done some research here, and it seems like nobody pretty much knows what it is. It's called Challenge, so we know what it probably is. It's probably solving close to everything. How do we get down here? Oh yeah, you have to walk on this side here. So in I may get that achievement, I may not. It just depends on how long. Also, I've said that there was 700 puzzles. I saw an article where he said there was only 600. If that's true, and then we have 426, that would make a little bit more sense. I've seen somebody speed run this game and they did it in about 125. Uh, we know there's stuff we're still missing. We only have 3 of the 6 videos, and when we get over to the videos, I do wanna see if I can do something there with that. Uh, that audio cue in particular should have just played. I am 100% sold on my own theory that that audio cues in this game should have played. Uh, on that, we also have. I also saw an article where Jonathan Blow said there definitely is a story to this game, and if there is definitely a story to this game, and we haven't seen it at this point, then effectively there is no story to this game. I mean, you can't just say there's a story to a game and then say have it be hidden so far away. I This is not gonna work. Some of these solutions have to be done on the boat. In fact, we could probably take a little bit of a boat ride and be better for it. Oh, that's cute. It's a little branch that makes a little white fluffy tree. But there's nothing to click on or do anything with that. Hmm. Hmm. I'm not sure where the obelisk in this area is. Really. That would be nice to know, I suppose. Hmm. As we find these extra puzzles and finish the obelisks, maybe that will be the extra secret achievement. If it is, then the videos are just their own thing, which is totally in line with Jonathan Blow's own way of thinking about achievements in games, giving you rewards for not really doing anything. But I find, I personally don't agree with that. I think the achievement system has value. It pushes the players towards doing things that they may not have recognized were available to do. This is the exact perfect example of a game that should probably have quite a lot of achievements, because once you have all those achievements available to you, uh, you can use that to your advantage. Hmm. What's something strange here about the white marks on this, and it feels like a line you could draw, but how in the world would you even get an angle on this thing? You'd have to be flying like way above, and if that's the case, the only way I know to do that would be either in the ending where we couldn't click on things, or in the secret area where we can't reach. Here is a puzzle though. I'm still not sure what this is supposed to be. I still have no clue what this is supposed to be or what it's supposed to do. It's cool that we can get up here. This is definitely cool. But see, this feels like from an angle here I could reach that on the black side. And then maybe from the boat I could get an angle. Is there a circle? I mean, this feels like this could connect to something. But only if we were really far ahead, far above. Interesting. Surprising that I found anything there. Really. So I'm gonna try and run, and I'm gonna try and be thorough at the same time. I think there really is a just level of quality I can put each game through its paces. Like, I wish you could drop down and step on this. So bad. If that were true. Like, because all of these kind of line up this way. And all these kind of line up this way. And they all kind of... It's a weight puzzle, definitely. If I could pick this up and put it over here, then this wouldn't be shot straight up. And then this way and this way works. So you have something that's the heaviest, then lighter, 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 and then heavy makes it balanced, makes it balanced, makes it balanced, and doesn't make it balanced. It seems like this would work. Doesn't this look like something? Doesn't that look like something? Is there any way to look through this wall? The difference here is I have to see the circle. And how could I see the circle? It's gonna be funny if this is not actually the solution. Or this is not actually a puzzle. It seems so much like it is, though. This, obviously, we've got to get a boat that would be willing to be further out this way. Let's see. Is there a circle and a line in this? I don't see how there could be. Hmm. Let's call the boat and see if we can get it to go over here. Now what we're really looking for is the real puzzles, though. Wandering around the area finding the obelisks, I guess is fine. I guess they both need to be done. Alright. I'm gonna go this way. And what needs to happen is on this path where we do this one core, I want to go as slow as possible. So we're having a slow boat ride, and we're gonna see why that's necessary here in a second. Looking at the clouds, looking at everything. There's a statue. Actually, this excruciatingly slow boat ride may not be acceptably fast enough. Also might want to just see what happens if I stop in specific spots. If it seems like we can do that. This guy looks like he has webbed feet. Alright. So we know that's a solution. We know it's only a solution here. This is like a mermaid. Interesting, because I kind of really thought there should be more statues of other things. It seemed kind of weird that we had very just normal things. Very small and normal items are being being depicted as statues. It's nice that there's a little bit more art to it. Is there a circle here? It feels like there might be. Do different speeds change where we end up? I don't believe so. I think the different speeds are just intentionally there for that. Here we can see the angle is totally wrong, but we can also see kind of what we want to do. Is a fish. Interesting. Fish are just stuck in the rock. We didn't see any life in this game. I may have to draw this from like really far back this way. Yeah, but I'm like way too far away. Yeah. now, so I'm confused about that. There's the obelisk. Let's move on to the looking at other things. How can we get all of these to connect? We've got trees coming out of there, and those look like just trees and roots crawling out of this. Not seeing any circles. Not seeing any circles. This looks like there would be a perception puzzle here. This area in particular, I know, is just full of things we haven't done. So staying in and about this area is okay. Here, the trees are mirroring themselves. Is that making any image if we turn our head sideways? No, not really. Are we seeing anything? Does the sun go up and down? No, sun is always up. It kind of has to always be up for it to be in the right position for what I suspect are several puzzles that require that. Here we're gonna see these three rocks align. Promise I will only take one slow boat ride per episode if I can avoid it. Do you see something if you turn your head sideways this way? Kinda, sorta. Maybe if I was on the other loop, I would see something. Again, this is all just about perspective. That feels like that might be something. Here, this seems to be a distinctive face out of this rock cave carving. Sorta. Eyes, lips. Are those secrets or important things? Let's keep our eyes peeled. Question is, how could you get a major like circle going? Because it has to be a good clean circle. It's not going to be a half quality circle that is not really smooth. When you're over here on the edge of the water, there's not a lot to look at if it's not the clouds and it's not the water. So in Myst 4, or Uru, which was an online game and then released as Myst 4, there was a world where you were surrounded by water. Like a lot of the areas, a lot of the islands were surrounded by water, so that's not that special. But it had a very interesting puzzle where you could effectively turn off the currents in the water and then start swimming in the water and actually get all the way to the sky wall, the sky you see, and it turns out that that was actually painted and fake. And so your understanding of the world you were in drastically shifts then. Alright. We've gotten that puzzle, but there's a door here. Let's take a moment here and see what happens when we do this. That just stops us. So we do have, if we ever decided, If we ever wanted to stop, we can do that. Let's speed up by 1 notch. I'm willing to go a little bit faster on the off chance that I miss something. Like that cloud lined up with this rock. Could that be a thing? It will only start glowing if I line them up first. So you can't even really do that. The boat also causes waves within a close area, so you could assume from that that you won't ever have to draw a secret right near the boat. I think that would be a safe assumption no matter what. There's no way to go around these rocks, so as far as we know, there might be some Easter egg hidden back there that you can't access. But I'm not going to worry about Easter eggs I can't access. I'm too busy worrying about Easter eggs I can access. Alright, we missed something. Alright. We're going to go back this way. And we're going to do it slowly. And we're only going to go a little bit far back. We have a circle here. As soon as it lines up, so the way this works is as the sun reflects on it, I get more of a wide path to follow. So it's not like I can go all the way in one fell swoop. You have to ride the boat, and you will want it to be somewhat slow when you do this. Fortunately, you probably don't need to be this slow, but that's fine. Anything we saw on any of these reflective surfaces. There we go. Come on. So now I want to see if there's a second solution here, and if there is a second solution, it's going to be going the other way. Often a lot of these puzzles are just going to be going the opposite direction. So we have a nice relaxing boat ride in store for us. I'm hoping we find so many of these that it eliminates a lot of them to the point where the obelisks will make sense. I'm also hoping that the obelisks, as they portray that you've gotten one correct, they will then allow you to. I'm trying to go left and it's not letting me. So if there's a way to solve it to the left, it's not through this. So if I just leave it here, I guess I'm fine, but I don't think that's how I'd want it. There's a white circle there. Let's go and speed this up a little bit again. Not a white circle, there was like a white square. We need to desperately get into this doorway, there are sections that we have not reached. And those are where the regular puzzles are going to be. And I imagine this doorway is just another one of the video things. I'm hoping that's it. If there really are entire sections I haven't seen, then we've got definite an issue there. Maybe I should keep an eye on the sun. With the clouds being so fluffy, it's hard to believe that there would be something like this. It's also kind of just a difficult to believe thought in general that there would be that ragged a puzzle. Did I miss something else while I was out looking at the sun? Like, look at this section right there, just total blank blue space. That could be a solution. Let's see. Oh, any of the other clouds gonna align? But even moving a little bit changes your perspective in the boat. So even though the boat is particularly being designed and used to hold your focus to within a few angles, a few degrees of angles, it's not really helping enough. Let's see, we gotta light up that cloud, definitely. It seems like it totally is intended to be used for something. All I'm seeing over here on this section is a bunch of sand. Again, over here, it feels like none of these would be real. It almost looks like a puzzle. Like right here, almost looks like some kind of puzzle. Should I pay attention to that? Because this is straight just in the reflections of the clouds. This is very strange. If it really gets to this level. Interesting. Let's look over here on this rock. Make sure we're not missing anything over here. Look at the sun. It's gonna be a long journey to figure out how to split the potential puzzles from the real puzzles. I think it's gonna be a longer journey than probably even what I think it's gonna be. Now when you look at something like this, it seems highly unlikely that there's any kind of solution like this. The world of the witness is actually going to be helpful for once and not pointing to false solutions. What's funny is the ripples stop here, sorta. These clouds certainly do feel like they're gonna be a puzzle, but I don't know how I'm gonna get it there. That's enough of that though, for now. Let's see. Let's do this puzzle. That's not what I wanted. Is it? Nope. Do it here. Let's see. And then let's try this. Flatten that out for me. If you'd be so kind. Solution solved. So there's a couple of puzzles with this. Any place we see white, we should be pretty suspect of that. So we needed this. Let's see, now let's do this here. I think I may have to go move the other thing. Yep, I believe this is in the wrong place now. Look out the windows, look up in the roofs, get every angle we can. Let's see. I think there's two ways to solve this. And how do I solve this the other way? I think I go down this way. And then go this way. That moves this out of the way. Let's see. That doesn't work. Let's go back here and see. Is there anything other? Well, I could move it over here, make a circle, and then have it come over that way. If that was how I'm supposed to do it. That would be weird, but See, if I did something like this. Oh yes, so I can move this all kinds of different directions, can't I? Interesting. So there's multiple selections. There we go. And with that, maybe I need it a little bit closer so it fits the right size. Interesting. Well, we can keep on trying. Nothing's gonna stop us from trying. I don't know if I should say nothing. Let's see. Let's see. When the solution was here, apparently I didn't solve that correctly. Oh, I think that I see what I need to do here. And it might be a little bit more difficult than I first thought. This might be a simple matter of doing it while it's moving. Yeah, it seems like it's while it's moving. So we're gonna move it all the way here. And then we're gonna tell it to go all the way. No, that's not the right solution. It's just all the way here. And then we either have to decide to run or what. Running's not gonna do it. I'll have to do it from this angle. That's fine. This thing is faster than most of the other machines, which is kind of weird. Wouldn't it be strange if this was the one secret achievement? Oh, I just have to hold it, I guess, in that place. So just don't move, let it move for me. So the danger here is going to be tapping A after. Darn it, missed it. a better angle here? I don't think so. Let's not forget how to solve this puzzle. If there only was like a switch to maybe there's some other angle that this makes sense on. Let's move it to this point and then let's move on. Because this... Oh, maybe it does just work. Boy, was I making that more complicated than it needed to be. But moving on, moving on. Next piece. Let's not run around too fast. So this is a circle. Question is, how can we get this to appear as a circle and a line? It's gotta be from some height, I would bet. And here's a circle up here. So let's get these. There we go. There's one. And there's the door, I think, had to be open here if you wanted to make that circle. Knows here we can't go until we can go, and how it's moving upward to match. So that was two of them right there. Birds. No real explanation. Why couldn't the game just give me at least the standard video game garbage explanation for things? Like, here's this, what caused the lines. I mean, I'm fully okay with the standard, a calamity happened and that's why everybody got turned into statue and there's puzzles everywhere. I mean, it doesn't take probably that long. One writing session. Give me something. And then certainly don't tell me that there's definitely a story in this game. If I've done how many puzzles now? 427, and not seen any single bit of story? Nothing whatsoever? I'm not buying uh these bot purchased audio logs that have no real connection to the story. Here we go. We need to just make sure it looks round. Something still doesn't look round enough for it. I think what I have to do is I have to get further back. Is there anything over here to draw? Here's one. Several of these I didn't see. There's the obelisk. It's getting powered up by them. Little sparkles greatly. If this is supposed to be a puzzle with this chimney stack, I don't understand it. There's like a filter through that, so it almost looks like you could, through that screen, filter the sky for some unknown reason. I, hmm. I wish he would have said there was no story. Just say there's no story, that's fine. There's no story, get over it. Alright. So I think I know what we have to do here. As we go down, one would hope that these railroad tracks will start connecting from our perspective. And as they start to connect, we will be able to go further down. Yeah, a little bit starting to happen. But see, that piece of it that wasn't connected before is going up. So it's sluggishly working here. And it changes its perspective a little bit. It highlights a little bit differently. So do I have anything more to find? It's kind of impossible to tell until we can run over to the obelisk and see. I wish we had a map at this point. I wish all games would have had things like hand you a map, even if you don't get one in the after you've beaten the game the first time. Just towards the collectibles. That's totally what I would want, is a map, an indicator, a radar, every single bit. In the ending we saw they mentioned a flickering lantern in the pond. I half wonder if that flickering lantern is SOS. How many games have done that? Put some really cryptic, not SOS, but Morse code and thing in their game. Well, here's some leaves. Can we make those leaves look like a circle? Sort of. branches in the way though. Hmm. Hmm. How could we make 3 leaves look like a circle with the branches in the way without crawling up this tree? Which maybe that's what we have to do. Hmm. I assume if somebody was watching what I'm doing right now, I'm just awkwardly walking up the edge of a tree. Just, and what I'm standing on right now, I have no idea. But if I just awkwardly try to manipulate this tree so that I can get higher and higher. Nope. Hmm. Maybe do these branches leave a shadow or anything? Hmm. Guess that would make sense if they did. Some kind of circular. Where would this shadow be cast? Where's the sun? No, it's right behind the tree though. So I don't see any way you do that. Hmm. Almost certainly something there, but not worth. Until I can think of it some more, let's run over here and deal with this area, since there are several things we know here. Alright. So. What are we gonna do? We need this thing to go all the way down. Is that the only solution there? I think it might very well be. Because if we go like here, we can't do that. And here we can't do that. And maybe we could do that one. If we can get that one lit up bright too. So this way, this way, this way. Still not bright enough. So straight down. Now for the D-pad again. Down, down. So close. So close. Does that one go over there? So, do I think there's a third solution? No, it doesn't look like it. Seems like there's only 2 paths there. Let's look over here. Anything over here in this section? Not that I immediately see. Even if there are secret things inside the buildings, which there very well might be, I don't think it fully helps us to try them out and try to do them without. Wow. Wow, is this a long one? I thought these bricks were going to be included in that too, and it wasn't. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if it really helps us to try to go inside the buildings too much. This is the section where we got the circle, and this section's all broken. We got that by the boat. But we know there's a whole nother area underground. Let's see. How can we get this to work? Like, here you have like stone brickwork, chalk. Here we go. See if that's close enough to get this to work. Come on. Make sure everything is lit. See, it's the reflection that's the issue. Gotta get this all. There you go. That looks like a nice, good one. Now can I... Is there an endpoint here? Yeah. So if I can get the sun to reflect on all of this. There's a couple more. And that is nice. And you may realize where I'm going again. I watched the video of the thing that should be the solution to this puzzle again, so I hope I have a fresh and renewed knowledge and understanding of it. Are there any circles or anything here? Did we make sure we got this extra puzzle piece that's way over here? Yes. I still have no idea what those... Maybe the triangle needs to point at a yellow line. Interesting. I think those are really good examples, if we think about it, that those puzzles are really good examples of puzzles that wouldn't satisfactorily work. Alright, so what can't happen here is something along this line. For a couple reasons. I don't think you can just exclude the blue. If you can just exclude the blue, then we've really got no problem at all, do we? I, however, don't believe there is a way in which we could exclude the blue and it work right. In theory, this should work. It should. It doesn't. There's something, because this is not rotated. Hmm. 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 If I instead did something like this, it then only becomes a matter of doing the rest of these in such a way that this doesn't ever close off itself. Such as this. So if I did something like this to keep this in here, and this to fill this in, and nope, can't do that. This to fill this in, this to fill this in. That leaves a slight problem with this. This in theory should be the solution, and yet it's not. Hmm. I don't believe this shows me if something's right or wrong, though, does it? Nope. Let's keep that together. Let's keep these together. Hmm. Almost feels like this would work. Let's see. It may just be an actual case of keeping the two blue ones together. It hadn't occurred to me that that might be the case. That these two might just have to be paired together. And without it giving me any hints, that solves that issue. If we make an effort to solve this issue, let's see. That should solve that. Hmm. Why does that not work? Is it because these two are apart? I looked right at this. I looked right at this too. Uh, that I was looking. Do we have to pair these two? How can we pair these two? We would have to do something like this. Unquestionably, that means we have to do something like this. Hmm. And maybe I just don't understand what the whole thing was. Let's see. If I can get all of this here, and then this here, boy does that feel like the solution. And that's only one little issue needs to be fixed. If we do that, let's see. Do this, then this, then this. Hmm. Hmm. What, what, what's the deal there? Let's start again. Here to move that out of the way. Then we gotta keep this with us. Hmm. Then we want to keep. No. See, I don't see how we get back up to that. If we could keep all of these here. What does that really solve? I think every single blue one has to eat. Uh, so let's just start with this. There's no other solution there. Move this way, then this way. Almost getting to that. Hmm. Almost there. Hmm. How could I include this one? Hmm. This is then one bit of it. This points to something along the lines of we can't do that yet. Hmm. Let's try that again. Hmm. What if we did this? Nope, no solution there. Any way it goes, this has to go out this way if you're going to solve that one. If we try to include that, that would almost work. If we maybe build out this. Let's see. That's all three of them. Now the next bit of this is how do we get this? Hmm. If we could just change a little bit of this. Hmm. Let's see. Hmm. We missed one there. We're really close here. But this is also the third time I've tried this, so if this thing does not work at this point, I think we have to be done with it. So here's the deal with getting these two blue ones together. Either they need to be next to each other and they don't care if they eat one or not of the Tetris pieces, or they need to be together and they want to be separate from this, which wouldn't make a lot of sense. Hmm. see. But it needs all of them. It has to have them all. Alright. So that will allow for that. The question is now, how do we do this last zigzag part and keep everything together? I think it's this still. It's probably still this zigzag to keep these together. So this is where we have to change something. What if we started something like this and then did this whole zigzag thing? And then did this whole zigzag thing. Well, that closes that off. Hmm. That keeps everything together, but without being able to build a Tetris piece here, this one still doesn't get solved. And I can't go up. Let's see. Hmm. So how can I include this one from this side? There's like no way. No way at all. Not like that. Could try this. Do all of this. Hmm. Hmm. Can't solve that puzzle piece this way though. Not as it stands. Nope. That then eliminates that as a viable solution. Maybe these three alone would eat it. Maybe that is really the solution here. Is that I should just keep all these together as best I can. And then get it in with that one. don't think that's the solution though. Hmm. Let's see. I need all of these pieces on the other side of this wall. If that's, if this is the solution. So, something like this, which absolutely doesn't work. The only way that works is if I go like this. If I go like that, I need to then adjust for that. Hey, that would work somewhat. Hmm. But we've seen this attempt at a solution before and it doesn't work. It doesn't count it. One reason or another, it doesn't count it. Hmm. Why is this puzzle so difficult? Is the real question we need to ask ourselves is what is special about this puzzle that is just giving me so much trouble? How long have we been going? An hour and 30 minutes. I guess we'll try this. Hmm. Well, at an hour and 30 minutes and 427 puzzles solved, we have plus 17. I don't know how many pluses there are either. Uh, it's strange. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. I'm going to see if I can look up the solution to this puzzle. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.